Go Black 2. Go Black is a silent, telepathic tool of regrouping personal energies while the observer remains present. Welcome to Get Lit, Blue Star Deer Woman, going solo. It can appear as a withdrawal, but it is not. It is not for the very reasons that love isn't withdrawn. It is shielded and protected within its own right. The observer role is simply to listen and observe. No part of the creator source need interact for validation or connectedness on the mundane level. Yet, Creator Source knows connectedness is totally there, and thus love is. However, the observer presence remains untouched by the residual entanglements of an illusory reality dissolving. This may be witnessed, and often is, in superficial exchange, conversation, and chit-chat amongst people. Pay no heed from personal well-beingness. Go black and allow observer presence to be the place people holder. There are digressive states of the personality that need release and recognition for what they are. Digressive states of dissolution. The knowing is now. As we center and ground with what is organic, our listening heightens. The telepathic, invisible energies that have spoken to each one of us for eons appears amplified. The transmission of self has always been there. However, the thinning of the veils makes it appear as though something is new and different. It is not. We are seeing as we have always seen, from within. Only now the obstruction is lessened. The collective call for transparency is new upon us. As we become more astute to our personal power, we begin to recognize the re-emergence of ancient and inherited tools. Nothing is new here, but remembrance of who and what we are. Okay, that's my article, Go Black 2. And I will put the link right below this video. Go Black. In all the examination that I have been doing for many, many years, I've been cultivating and nurturing that part of me that can observe, that can watch all the dynamics and the interactions that are around me and the ones I participate in. But underneath there's that continual asking, why and what is this and who am I now? And when you observe for a while, as if you're doing an experiment, you start to recognize the patterns and the loops. You even start to recognize our symptomatic responses and reactions to a variety of things. Like you can almost predict, when someone does this, I always do that. Or when someone says this, I always think that. And after a while, you got this collection of observations on the table. And depending upon your relationship to it, if you're identifying with this external reality, our personality selves, if you're identifying with it, well, then you may get caught in your emotional responses to it and not even recognize that, whoop, that's pattern 103. But after you see it repeat itself so many times, you really do want to go deeper. At least I do. And so I had to cultivate a spaciousness, an ability to take a breath, give spaciousness so that I could observe from a different place. So that I wasn't observing from the set of discriminations and judgments and determinations that I have made as in the earthly relationshiping to the planet. But that I was calling on that deeper understanding from within. The observer self that really steps back, has no judgment, right? And it's not even you anymore. You're not personally identified with the being that's having the experience. And you start to experience this spaciousness and start to recognize the piece that we play. And maybe go into those theories of, we're a fractal of the whole. We're a fragment of the whole. And you start to observe your whole contribution, as in how is Source uninterrupted influencing a personality of this human suit. How is spirit, mind, and body as a oneness interacting and understanding a sense of purpose and mission. And often, if we remind ourselves, as I remind myself, this physical vessel is as organic as the earth that surrounds me. And we're mirrors. No matter what, what attitude we want to have about that, there's an attitude on the planet, that we are bigger and better and more significant than the animals and the plants and what have you. And in the end, that really just kind of fizzles out. Because when we come back to the essence of life, the essence of the life that flows through the trees and flows through the plants and flows through human, that's where we have an interconnected planetary community. We all have this spark of life, and we also can reflect that we have cycles that we go through. And that the only thing that doesn't change in life is change. We are continually upgrading and becoming more and more and more. And so when we sit in this seat of spaciousness, we really give ourselves a gift of observing the entire planet with all its interactions, with all its dynamics, with all its compartments. And we can look for that thread at any given moment, the recognition that there's a vitality within life that we all share. So, Go Black is an affirmation and a reminder to step within yourself, intention the observer present, and telepathically, intuitively, ask the questions, listen for the answers, and get your sense of wholeness from observing and knowing that we're not separate when we create spaciousness. We're just giving ourselves a breath to examine and to listen from our multidimensional aspects, from our other realms that are influencing our existence. So that's my message for today. I will have the article on what I read to you earlier will be attached to the YouTube channel. And I hope that you are having an absolutely beautiful day. And if you're not, knowing that it is beautiful nonetheless. All right, thanks for visiting Get Lit, Blue Star Deer Woman, going solo. For the summer anyway. All right, bye for now.